Hello Aquarians, and welcome back to Deku Tarot. Welcome to your weekly tarot and astrology for June 15th through the 21st of 2020. So let's get into this here. Ooh, I'm gonna roll out my wrist for a second. What's going on there? We have, I think, 6 planets in retrograde right now. Mercury is joining this week. It will be retrograding in Cancer June 17th through July 12th, and it will be bringing up a lot of these repressed emotions, feelings to be dealt with to the surface. And we're going to be really focusing in also about our relationships with the closest people to us. Who do we hold in our heart, and how do we really feel about them and our relationship with them? And our sense of security will be questioned. Do we feel security, and how, why, and how we will reassess it will be very interesting. So all of these things in terms of astrology this week, along with all those, normal and classic aspects of Mercury retrograde, like not being able to speak right and say things the way you would like to, communicate the way you would like to. So let's see here. Okay. It's extremely hot here, so if I keep drinking water during this, forgive me, but it's got to be like in the upper 90s today, and like it's just unbearable. All right, Aquarius. I'm using my classic Rider-Waite tarot. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Oof, okay. Really simple message here. The less energy that you put into people who don't value you, your opinions, your mindset, the happier you're going to be this week here, okay? Because you're going to be moving on and away from this kind of energy by not communicating, not moving forward with these people. If you've been waiting for somebody to come back in, for things to move forward with someone from the past, or somebody who just, again, is not right for you because they don't appreciate you. And you might not be able to see that because we have Venus retrograde and all this other retrograde business. And we're betwixt in between these eclipses and the ring of fire. It's a lot right now. So don't be hard on yourself if you haven't seen it. But this week is bringing forth a lot of awakenings and a need to move on and close ourselves off from those who have, again, not valued us, who have not shown us love and value, who have, weighed on our mind in a very negative way and made us maybe question how worthy of love we are, how worthy our opinions, our work, our efforts are. It's just appreciation and respect. And I feel some of you are moving on from something because you haven't felt very respected, you haven't felt very loved, and you haven't gotten the communication, the movement forward that moves a relationship, a connection into a solid place. When the Ace of Pentacles is reversed, it just feels very unhappy, very detached from emotion and focused on wealth. And maybe that's what this person is. They're focused on the more material aspects, physical aspects, and you are seeking this emotional connection that just hasn't been. So again, some of you are, it just feels like, again, you're moving away from these toxic relationships, toxic places where you've been putting energy and been trying to move forward with somebody that has not appreciated you, loved you for who you were, and has brought you down. But there's so much growth here. Bookending your reading here is Ace of Cups and then the King of Cups. I feel like this is going to be a very simple read for you guys, but at the same time, it's so deep because you're working through this kind of energy. At the core of this, you're working through this, and that's really, really big. You have to, you're ungrounding. And maybe I'm not using the right words, but forgive me, it's Mercury retrograde. You are ungrounding this part of yourself that believes so negatively, that has so much guilt, shame, pain within you, and you're turning it on its head, letting it go, uprooting it. It's like you're pulling it out by the roots and saying, I'm walking on, and I'm going to throw you in the river as I walk here. which is great. Or I'm going to stop talking to you. I'm going to just throw the whole phone in the river. I'm going to block you and do that. Get away from me, or whatever this energy is. Whatever, it doesn't have to be a person, a specific relationship, but a way that maybe certain, you know, we've been communicating with people and we're like, this has not been healthy for me. This has not been good. And I've been putting this kind of energy in and not been receiving anything back. So maybe it's my approach, or maybe it's how other people are perceiving it. Maybe it's about more how this certain person, this certain group, this certain whatever this is perceiving you and, again, treating you. Again, I don't think that you guys are so much in the wrong here, but your attachment to this and your allowance of the pain and the vacillation on these failures, disappointments, on this really intense uncertainty and this imprisonment in this uncertainty that you've been in. You can't be doubting yourself just because others do. And that's really what's at the core of this Seven of Cups. That's what's been making this so confusing. Because you've been giving into doubt, whether it's because of another person, a situation, whatever. And you got to get here. Oh, I love this. I love seeing a Nine of Swords reversed and the Nine of Cups in a reading. And when you get the, you know, 2 8s in a reading as well, this is big. You're moving on towards the correct way to love oneself, to feel satisfied and fulfilled, and to know that at the end of the day, it's your happiness, your fulfillment that matters. And if somebody doesn't, it is just bringing you down and trying to tell you that you don't deserve that and why you shouldn't feel these ways and stuff. And it's time for you to go about this your own way, from your own place of confidence, love for yourself, compassion and empathy. Yeah, I hear you, but this ain't gonna work for me anymore. Yeah, I hear you, but I respect that, but no. And it's because you haven't been respecting me, and you have brought me to this point where I believed all these negative things about myself, and I'm not going to put effort and energy into that anymore. Don't put effort and energy. Don't give this person anything. For a lot of you, it feels like a specific person. For a lot of you, it could be a job. But it's more about what that situation, person, job left you with in terms of your mentality of yourself here. And it's like, no, you can love yourself, Aquarius. You've got to access that love, that deep love, and not let all these emotions carry you away, because the King of Cups doesn't allow that. He's got this solid, you know, which is interesting because, again, being the opposite sign of Taurus, he's got this stone, something made of earth here that keeps him grounded amidst all these raging waters. And this crazy fish over here is peeking his head in. But he's not worried about that. He's got compassion, energy. He's got control over this. He doesn't worry that these things are going to carry him away because he doesn't allow that. He recognizes his emotions, but he has a balanced relationship with them where they don't take too much control, precedence, but we recognize them, appreciate them, and find a more mature way to communicate them from the heart. Beautiful messages this week. Dang, Aquarians, I love it. I love it. Favorite read this week so far. Favorite. Let's use a Les Tarot des Femmes Erotiques. I know I'm not saying this right. I'm not French. I never took French. I know some Spanish, and I used to take Spanish. So forgive me. My French is, or anything that I try to say that sounds French, it's going to be terrible. I am not French. But anyways, it's a really awesome, interesting deck. Got lots of hips and nips. So if you don't like that, look away. It's all hips and nips. Hips and nips. Make it sexy or no one gets paid. Comment if you know what that's from. Please comment if you know what that's from. I'll be so happy. That's why I call it that card. Wow. Oh, one more actually. One more. We definitely need one more. This card, it just keeps coming up this week, huh? Wow. I love this. Okay, you get a heavy burden, which is Ten of Swords. You have all swords cards here. Of course, Aquarius, fixed air. A heavy burden. Ten of Swords, we've worked through a very heavy burden, and that is what's coming up to the surface to be dealt with this week. And you guys are dealing with it well. You're facing disillusionment with this heavy burden and what it's actually been to you and what you need to let go of. Something has been weighing on you too much, bringing you down, stabbing you in the back, and it's been too long. You're done. The straw that broke the camel's back is this week. You don't see the tower or anything here. It's because you guys silently, quietly, maturely step away and step on. And that's so beautiful. And at the end there, you get completion. They hanging. They having a good time. They're done. They can rest now. Four of Swords. Move into rest. This is all internal. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful and blessed week. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Leave me a comment. Check me out over on Instagram at Deku Tarot. If you want to book a private reading, guys, all my information is below on booking. And what else here? Oh, and if you want to get an astrology, numerology, compatibility chart here analysis that's incredibly in-depth and amazing, do check out Truly Divine and use my code DEKU30. You can get 30% off of anything that you get through them, and you can use that code again and again, and you can share that with as many people as you want. So if you know somebody who wants to get their natal chart done, a compatibility, a numerology, life path number, definitely check them out. Send them my code and go ahead and use it, okay? Have a wonderful and blessed week, guys. Namaste.